Hello and welcome. Actually, let's go with this one. Hello and welcome to today's live stream. Today we are building bag 12 of the Lion Knight's castle. And just to give you a show of where we're up to, we've built most of what is going to be this side of the castle just here. And it looks awesome so far. I have quite a few minifigures. I haven't done the builds for those yet, but I'm planning potentially on doing them at the end of this video. As you can see, lots of rooms, and it's starting to look really quite cool. Right, I'm just going to get my camera set up there. I'm not going to lie, I'm in a bit of a mess at the moment because I've been doing lots of stop motion, getting lots and lots of Lego out, and the whole place is a bit messy. So if you see any mess in the background, ignore it. So, bag 12. And I've just noticed there's a thing missing off there. Or was that meant to be like that? Oh well, we'll see. So, this set has 2 books, and this is the last of book 1 that we're going to be doing. So, bag 12, about to start. Now, in the manual, you are supposed to build it separately and then put it on top of the castle. That's boring for stop motion, so I'm going to build it straight on top. Let me get the main shot. I'm going to build it straight on top of here so that you can see in the stop motion it actually going on, because I prefer that, just personally, personal choice. Now I'm just going to check that I haven't got my camera in shot and I can't see the horrible lines and I'm in focus. Now if you haven't already, please go to my community tab. There is a suggestion on there for if you wish to, so how do I put this? Go to the community tab, because on there I've got a vote to name a football team for my next bit of stop motion, and that is between, hang on, so let me explain that in full. I'm going to make a stop motion based on football, based on with these 2 teams. There we go, that looks good. And I want names for these teams. I've had some good suggestions already, but more. And what I'm saying is, whatever I'm going to put all the names to a vote on the community tab. Whoever comes out with the most votes will be what the team names end up in the stop motion video that comes. And the winning channel, or winning channels, if there's 2 different teams, will get a mention at the end of the video or during the video. I might even put you in, I don't know yet, but whoever wins, I'll call out the channel at the end. So, and I'll tag you in the description. So please get suggesting and we'll see what happens, because I'm looking forward to building that, making that stop motion video. Right, I'm just going to do one thing, so I've realised I've still got a light on. 1 minute. And there we go. Very, do not want to talk for a minute because I'm probably making a lot of rustling. Very important to make sure you only have your setting lights on. So hence everything on this video here is going to be dark. Probably a good thing, like I said, it's a bit messy in the background. But we're going to start building up here. I've looked at the instructions already and we're building this side first, and then we're going to turn it around and build this side. Hopefully this will be a fairly quick build. Now if you do want to chat to me, please go ahead. I've got the iPad set up there. I'll be able to see anybody talking. So without any further ado, let's do bag 12. Just gonna open this bad boy up and hopefully not make too much rustling. I can already tell it's horrible. And this is purely a roof today, so this is going to be lots of tiles. I don't think it looks like that many parts, so this might be quite a quick build. If it is, if we don't go beyond probably about an hour, I will start to do the minifigures for this build, which I know a lot of people are interested in. Everyone seems to love my minifigure rotations. So we can do one of those on the channel. I did do the blacksmith the other day, it went very wrong, so yes. Like I said, go on the community tab, vote on those football teams, give me some suggestions for a name of a football team, and that will be in my next live action stop motion, how do you call it? Stop motion animation, rather than a stop motion build. Right, I'm just taking a couple of clean shots just at the start. I'm planning it going up here, but we'll see how it goes. So, stage 1, a white 1x12 plate welder. So I'm just going to skip ahead slightly in the instructions, just to see if there's anything else I should do. Plus to see where the actual roof goes. Does it overhang? Where does the white bit go? These are the questions. I love this. This roof should keep the chambers warm and dry. What an ingenious material, this straw. Let's see if we can get that in front. Oh, probably not with lighting. There we go. Nice little chat. I really like what they've done done in this book. Right, where does that go? Oh, I see. So it's going directly on the block. Overhanging 1. Okay, I've worked it out. Always good to know what you're doing. So first bit down, it's going to overhang there, I believe. I'm just going to again double check, because it will be horrible to build this and find I'm wrong. Yeah, that is perfectly where it goes. I've got a bit too much light today. This is the only problem. So this castle I haven't touched in approximately 2 weeks. Just busy. You know what? I'm going to change the angle of the camera slightly as well, because I'm not overly happy with that. I like to see down on the studs a little bit. Though now I'm going to see the GoPro in the background. There we go. I'll let that so you can see me chatting. Just about. There we go. Now, white is by far the hardest colour brick to film. Right, let's just... And the reason for that is because, obviously, if you look at my background, for example, it's off-white bit of paper. And there's a line here, which you can see now in my photo. Which I try and wash out with lighting mostly. As you can see, it's sort of washed out now. But at the same time, I wash out the white bricks. Right, let's go. So plain shot, I'm just going to mark the fact I'm starting again. And there we go. And if you've watched any of my live builds before, you'll know I do something that I personally call a brick drop. And all that is I place the bricks on top, take one photo, push the bricks down, take another photo. And if you look at my videos, it looks as though the bricks are getting pushed down. They've got some movement as each brick goes down, and I just think that looks cool. Looks pretty awesome. There we go. And it just, I hope it adds to the interest. Now, it has been a little bit of a while since, well, no, it hasn't. It hasn't at all. I'm going to say it's been a while since I've done a stop motion build, because I've been working on some stop motion animation projects. But that is a lie. My daughter got a Frozen storybook this week, for a Lego Frozen storybook, which was quite a cool little set, and I built that in my lunchtime yesterday. Now, I will do at the end of this video, not now because I need to obviously not move anything, is I'll go through all the minifigures that we've opened so far. Now, a block. God, that jumps. No, it doesn't. That doesn't jump at all. That's just my imagination. Okay, I'm gonna put that one on there. So, something if you've built a set yourself, or you've looked through the instructions, you'll probably soon realise I am not following the instructions letter for letter. And there is a very simple reason for that. And that is, oh, I need to check something actually. Someone told me last time I streamed. So the reason I don't follow the instructions is,
I think she's feeling it right now.
Let's close that. The reason I don't follow the instructions is because who can send messages? Anyone? Yep, that's fine. So anyone can send messages, that's fine. Reasons I don't follow the instructions because I like to make it more interesting. Often instructions might build up a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit here, and work around. I try and build up and around. It just looks smoother, in my opinion. So like, I'll show you that now. So I'm kind of following it at the moment. I'm building the backup, but I've also put this bit in, which doesn't come in until after the first lot of tiles. So I'm going to put this brick half down, take a photo, push the brick down, take a photo. I'm hoping this isn't too washed out with light. I mean, I can do so much in a certain amount in post. I try to do as much before, like try not to have to do too much After Effects and in DaVinci basically. But sometimes there's certain little things I have to adjust. So like I said, I'm building all the backup. And if you've ever watched any of my stop motions, often they're only a couple of minutes long, maybe a bit long with some of the big sets, and they seem to build so quickly. Yet it's probably roughly 200 bricks an hour is all I can manage, and that's on a good day. Obviously, if I build a set normally, it's a lot more. Right, and this is what I was saying. So now I'm going to start laying the roof, but I'm going to do it differently. So they lay one layer and then the next layer. I am not doing it like that. I'm going to go straight in and layer it up. Wow, that's really confusing. What is going on there? Oh, okay, so we've got to do the first 2 layers. First 3 layers. Should be absolutely fine. Okay, change of plan. Change of plan as always. I'll never do this perfectly. I'm going to take that off. So it looks like the roof is, in the instructions, they build the roof in layers. So you build this bit, then you put the black bit on, you build that bit, you put another black bit on, you build that bit. Let's not do it that way. That's boring. Let's build it all at once, because otherwise you're just going to watch. So if I ever go wrong, I put my hand in there, because these photos go direct to a hard drive. There's no stopping them, basically. So what we're going to do, so that goes there, that goes there, that goes there. So we've got 1, 2, 3. So let's do this. I'm going to put this one on here. Whoops. Take a photo. And if you want to chat to me today, if you are watching, feel free, and I'll try and talk. I can see the can't even think what I'm trying to say. I can see the text in the background. Every now and then I'll have a quick chat, quick check. 1 by 1 plate. So that's going over there. Yep. Oh my god. And this is why stop motion takes so long, because now I can't move. Whoa, can't move the set, and I'm knocking my lights and I'm dropping my bricks, and I'm going to change this whole set at some point very soon to be much better. My hand wasn't in that, was it? Where's the white one going? Behind? Just working this out. Where is that white brick? It's there. There we go. That one down. There we go. So the reason this is a bit confusing, like I said, is because I'm not following instructions, and this isn't the correct way to build this set, but hey ho. Right, and I'm just going to build the very last bit at the back. Also, saying that, I like to build back to front. So a lot of the time, if you follow the instructions, you'll find that you'd be building maybe all this bit, and then you won't see what you're doing at the back. Sometimes I can't avoid it. And that is the supports for the roof, I believe. I'm just going to check the next page. Oh no, there's one more. 1, 2. And again, this is supposed to be built off of the castle completely, so not even on it. Now, when this video lands, might be quite some while. Oh, hey, Plainville stop motion. Yeah, you guys are always commenting on me, aren't you? Thank you very much. Yeah, I need to change it, to be honest. I'm leaning on the floor, which was how I started 3 months ago. I should have, or 4 or 5 months ago now, actually. I want to get a nice big desk because I've expanded considerably. Next brick. How are you doing tonight, anyway? I've seen part of you've got a new castle video out, I believe. Castle. Oh, I'm trying to think what it was called. I did start watching it at work, and then I didn't get to finish it. But the bits I did see looked really awesome. I'm just going to check I'm doing this correctly. Yep. That's it, Castle Invasion 3, yeah. I started watching it, like I said, I was at work at the time, so I couldn't finish it, but it did look awesome. I'll probably have a look at that later. I haven't watched much YouTube the last few days. Yeah, I'm currently on my knees. It's just easier. Got the Lego here, this little set here. I've got this bit behind you is actually where I film the sort of more stop motion animation parts. As you can see, I don't know if you can see that, I've got like my blue paper and whatever there, but I've got a ton of Lego on there at the moment. So it's a bit of a mess. It's getting there. Yeah, I really like your Castle Invasion stuff. I wanna do some more Lego Castle. Yeah, literally. I don't know if you can see down there. On my knees, on a cushion, my Lego there, my coffee and all my other camera kit there. It's the only way this works. I can't remember what I originally had. It wasn't quite like this, but it's ended up working like this, and it works for now until I get around to actually building probably a desk that spans the whole side. Right, where are we up to? Do you guys use yeah, do you guys use Dragon Frame or Stop Motion Studio for your stuff? Like you and I don't really know, but there's another Flame Build guy who always comments as well. But because I keep considering that. Let's check that's in focus. Yeah. Was there supposed to be one at the top there? Oh, gone wrong. The problem with Lego, it's too easy to go wrong. Does that allow you to just take directly? Because I do it. So I take photos on my phone, which go automatically to a hard drive, and then I use DaVinci. I just literally throw them in there. 24 frames second. Yeah, 24 FPS timeline, and often I do it at 12 FPS, so each frame's there twice. Another Playmobil one. You guys are everywhere. Hello. Right, let's get that one down. I used to use Adobe years ago. I was doing a lot of different videos back then. I was doing BMXing back then. But I just haven't. I can't be bothered with monthly subscriptions now. Have you checked out the latest community post? I've put some, what is it? 2 little football teams, because I'm going to do a football stop motion in the next couple of weeks when I get a bit of time, and I need some team names. I think there's been a couple of good ones so far from what I've seen. But I'm doing a shout out, whichever name gets picked, the channel will get a shout out. That's the idea. Problem with getting old, you cannot see your bricks. There they are. Serious concentrated face now. Trying to just push this brick down ever so slightly. You can see all this tonight, that's not good. Right, all the other side is going to be covered in tiles. And then the instructions say to put it on the roof. And this is why the Lego builds take so long, because I'm always jumping backwards and forwards. Yes, that was, my kids have loved that. That was a birthday present for my daughter. She's only 2, but she loves Lego. We've got a load of Duplo, and she doesn't play with that. She plays with Lego, her sister's Lego. So we got her that little Frozen set. So I got to build it, which is awesome. And they've actually been fighting over it. So clearly they both like it. Have I gone wrong? I've gone wrong. I'm looking at the wrong layer. Nice. Probably good ages for Lego. Mine are a bit young for it, but they both seem to really picked up on it and really love it. My older daughter, so she's 3, nearly 4, she just loves the minifigures. She plays with them all day long. Likes taking them apart and putting them back together. I guess that's why it's so 9 and 5. I'm guessing that's why you've got lots of Playmobil. Oh my god. Yeah, she's always like watched whenever she plays with it. Never on her own with it. And luckily they've mostly got the 4+ sets. So I think I've done one of them. There's a Disney set, a Disney Fairground set, which it's a 4+ set, so it's got slightly larger parts, less parts, and they really like that. Yeah, luckily they don't seem to chew it yet, thankfully. Check the focus on that. Makes sense. Yeah, I'm waiting for the day when they take over my Lego. Because so a lot of my collection is stuff I had as a kid. So a lot of these older sets you see is just stuff I had. And then I build it and they normally have a little play with it. And I'm keeping it up here to keep it safe away from them. But inevitably, one day they're gonna be desperate for it. I brought a big, I'm sure you commented on it actually. Oh yeah, no, I suspect there will come a day where they shove something up their nose or down their throat. It just tends to be food at the moment. I'm trying to think what she did the other day. There was something weird with food. She was eating it, shoving it up her nose or doing something. But yeah, don't leave them alone with the Lego at the moment. More for the Lego's own protection. Yeah, I'm not too fussed. There's a few bits and pieces I'll keep away from them, like the ones that are really expensive and worth money. But a lot of the stuff I've got is, I played with it for years and years and years. It's only fair they get to. I brought that dragon the other day. Oh, he's there actually. Whoops. So this guy, I brought him at a Lego show the other week. The plan is to do stop motion for him, with him. But ever since they've seen it, they've wanted to just play with it every day, and I sort of talk to them with it, and they love it. Right, what's next? I'm not expecting this bit to be quite so confusing. Yeah, I'm going to call it accidental stop motion. I came up here to build, I think I was going to build something, I can't remember what now, and I was just messing, I think I did a minifigure spin and I was just messing, putting some Lego together, and I accidentally made a stop motion because I just started taking pictures, and so he is in a stop motion. It's going to come out later this week when I get around to adding some sound to it, but it wasn't a planned one, so it's not brilliant. Next brick. I keep meaning to. Have you got your children to voice any stop motion at all yet? Because that's something my wife sort of said. I did one for her birthday where the kids voiced it, and she loved it. And they want. Oh no! I've just lost one down deep into the castle. I am not getting that out. Not yet. That's cool. Yeah. So we're thinking of getting them to voice a couple more stop motions. Not necessarily for YouTube, more for home stuff, but they love watching the videos back. The Sonic video I did, they ask for that all the time. Rescue the princess. That's cool. Did you do one in a swimming pool? Was that your channel? I'm trying to think now. So where are we up to? Layer 4. Yep. Just checking I'm not going too wrong. God knows when this video will be out. This is bag 12 of 26. I was saying, did you do I remember seeing, I'm sure it was a Playmobil stop motion. It was I think it was an aquarium actually, not a swimming pool. I remember that one being quite cool, and I think that might have been kids' voices in it. I can't remember. There we go. Yeah, I think that one was really cool. Was that might have been a short actually, because I think I thought at the time I should remix it and do it in Lego. Like reuse the sound. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, this is 5th layer. This is Ah, that's cool. Yeah, so I've done no, 4 that one. Sorry, I was checking on getting the right parts. It's really cool the way they've added texture, but it's also really confusing trying to do it not so each of these layers is supposed to be built separately and then put on top. But I just prefer it being done all to the castle itself. I think there's only been one part of this. So, 1, 2, 3, yeah. I know what you mean. So my first ones were I did Darth Vader build. I was ill. That was how I actually started, and I just decided to do the Darth Vader helmet. Get this up here. So this one, can't get it in the shot. Get it on there if I can. Darth Vader helmet. I decided to build that in stop motion, just with the making it look like the Force. So all the pieces fly in, and the Emperor sort of waves his arms around. And that one actually came out all right. I edited that manually in Photoshop, just literally taking each part, and yeah, it was. I look back now and I'm like, oh, it's not great, but it still looks good. And then the like Western ones, I didn't do this. So what I'm doing now, the way I put the bricks down, and then I take a photo and then I click them down. I didn't do that back then, and they just look, yeah, they're all right. But I look back, I'm like, I could do that so much better. I'm tempted to refilm 1 or 2 of them. I did a Western stop motion like 2-3 years ago. Just I didn't ever post it or do any sound, but again, I look back on it, it's like, oh god, that was awful. So I'm getting better, but still, some of them I don't think looks great. What's that, mystery bricks? Yeah, I think so. Earlier in the book somewhere it says about this roof being straw, and I think it actually really does capture sort of a thatched roof, a straw roof, really well. I've looked at pictures of this quite a few times already, and it's much nicer than, I don't know if you've seen the Rivendell set where it's got a tiled roof. That looks horrendous to build. Yep, don't leave them grouchy. Luckily mine are already in bed. Was it about 10 o'clock here? So enjoy. I'll look forward to your next video. Like I said, check out that community post. If you get a good suggestion for a football team name, we'll give your channel a shout out if it wins the vote. Right, need to build the other side now. Ah, nice. I've never been to Canada. I was supposed to go in 2020 for a bike race, but COVID, so never went. See you again soon. Right, need to turn this around and build up the other side. This is saying the roof should keep the chambers warm and dry. What an ingenious invention, this straw. I did show this earlier, but I'll show you. So this manual's got some really cool little text in here to make it interesting. And yeah, they're saying about the roof here. It looks nice. I was quite confused. So I was looking at it earlier, thinking it's only sort of 3 bricks high. When I was trying to frame it all, and I didn't think it looked very tall, but actually that works so well, much better than the like slanty bricks you get. Right, let's turn the whole castle around. I've got a piece of tile in there to retrieve, so we'll try to do that at the same time, and I'll work out how I'm going to build this other side. Yeah, COVID really messed it up. I've barely raced ever since, so never made it to Canada. One day, I definitely will. Right, let's move this without making too many jittery movements, hopefully. So I started off by moving this very slightly, and I'm just speeding it up a bit now. And then by the end, I'll slow down again. Sorry, it's really hard to talk when you're also trying to concentrate on exactly what you're doing. Oh, where's that piece of Legos? Oh, it's inside. So I dropped a piece earlier, deep inside the castle. So I'm going to open it up without moving it too much. Rescue the piece of Lego. Hey, that wasn't too bad. Close it back up. Don't move it again. Oh, perfection. I was expecting that to be a lot harder than it was. I might just, because last time we built the roof sort of directly on, I might just slightly change the angle now, slightly bring it over as well as I go. Just try to get a bit of a different view, essentially. Still turning it ever so slightly as I go. And I'm just going to do some really small movements now. So I'm looking at, can you see on there? Yeah, so where I've got the grid lines, I'm just watching it go over a stud and taking a photo every sort of half stud at the moment, just as it stops moving. And I think that looks pretty good. I'm going to do it there. And I've got my blue tack. There we go. Right, I don't know if you can see. I'll point that camera down. And you'll see I'm just blue tacking the set down just so it doesn't move. Making sure obviously that's not inside the camera. It shouldn't be anyway because the camera's pointing upwards. More important when it's building at the base. There we go, all stuck down, all looking good. Take another photo just in case I knocked it or moved it. Move myself back up so you can see my pretty face. And have a hot chocolate break. Right, let's take a look through the manual and just see what this side's going to look like. So this side we're building something on the inside as well. Now we're not going to see that because this, oh, it's got a chimney. Oh, that's pretty cool. But so this bit's on the inside. There's no way you're going to see that, not unless I open the setup. I don't think that's going to happen. No, you're going to have to ignore that bit. Actually, let's thinking about this. Is there a way I can do it? Maybe. So if I seal this side of the set down, now this castle opens up, which is quite cool. So I might do. Any suggestions here would be more than welcome. So if I open this up, let's just have a look. You can see it. I'm going to do that. Okay. So slight change of plan here. Build the first layer, which is all just the plain straw. So 8 of these all the way across. Yes. And I'm going to do these in a quick succession. So sometimes what I do, just to speed parts of the build up, I push one brick down, put the next brick there, take a photo, push that brick down, put the next brick there. So normally each brick gets 2 frames. This just means we're crossing those frames over just for speed, because you've just seen me put 1,000 tiles on. You don't need to see me do that again, do you? That one didn't work. Right, let's go back slightly. And what I haven't done properly is refocus it actually. La 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 la. There we go. And 2. Wow, have I been going an hour already? That seems mad. 41 minutes, that's not as bad actually. 1 plate and then another little plate. Push that down. Push that down. Right, and that should be it for this side for now, I believe. Right, again, this is then designed to be built off of the so it's designed to be built off the castle next bit and then placed on it afterwards. So I'm just going to do some double checking of where everything goes and put these plates down ready. I think I've done that completely wrong. Yeah, I have. Ignore everything I just did. Need a brick separator. I have got one somewhere. Brick separator, where are you? Right, go back. Take a photo, right. Where does that go? Build the whole lot up. Massive lot up. So it's going to be there. I think I might have been right in the first place. I was right. No, I wasn't. How was I not right? It's going to go there. With a 4 brick there. There we go. I worked it out. God. Who thought Lego instructions were hard? Not me. They used to be hard, they're not anymore. But I'm somehow making it hard. There we go. And there we go. Boom. That's much better. Because then we have a grey brick here. Which then gets pushed down. Just realised totally not been recording this. And a white brick on this, a white plate on this side. There we go. Awesome. Then 2 by 2, 1 and a 6. There we go. Whoops. Hopefully this shows literally how long it takes to do something in stop motion, because it's never fast. There we go. Right, let's get onto this roof. So I've gone a bit quiet there because I'm just trying to work out what I'm doing. 1, 2, 3. So next we're going to place these bricks on. So they've got their standard modified bricks with holes in the side, off to the side, and they're going to go here, and they're going to make a little banner inside the room. So what I'm going to do, I might change this slightly afterwards, so I might zoom in potentially when I've finished with it. So I'm going to open the castle up, because this castle is awesome. It opens. This is the point where I probably realised I've left some random minifigure in here from when I was editing the other day. Right, and that's going to go slightly off my screen potentially, so I'm going to stop it there. Don't even know if you'll be able to see that properly on the video. Just the last couple of little movements. Right, going to find a bit of blue tack. Take some off the back. I've got a whole bit of thing of blue tack somewhere. God knows where it is right this second. And just hold that slightly. Oh, there it is. I need more. Need more blue tack. Nothing worse than the sets being held down. I've been watching bad stop motions the last few days. Don't ask me why. I've been getting a lot suggested to me on YouTube, and some of them, I mean, they're not bad. People are having a really good go at some of this stuff, but the one that gets me, I can deal with light flickering, like I understand lighting, but the one that gets me is when the camera is just shaky, or if they're doing set builds and the set just moves, and it's so off-putting. So I've done it once or twice. There's been a few of my microfighters which were really, I'm not going to lie, they were really hard to actually hold in place. But even this is moving slightly. Hopefully it doesn't come out too shaky. But yeah, shaky camera work on the stop motion, which is just about having a good tripod and having your set stuck down. It's like the first thing you need to know about stop motion. It's just those videos, I can't watch them physically. I tried. I've really tried, because some of them look like they could be quite good, and then camera work ruins it, unfortunately. And this is cool. This is actually, it says painting light. So this is the Queen's bedroom that we're currently above. Built that in the last live. Was it the last one, or was it the one before? Probably. I can't remember. Built the Queen's bedroom in a live stream recently. I say recently, it was 2 weeks ago, my last one, so it definitely wasn't that recent. I did the blacksmith last, actually. So there we go, just so you can see that. But so now we've got these cool, like, red and yellow drapes just above her bedroom, and it looks quite cool. Oh, what I'll do, if I put that bit of blue tack there, I know where my set goes, and I can open this slightly, and you might be able to have a sneak preview of what this set is going to look like, because who knows when I'm gonna. There you go. So I know it's really off to the side, but you can just about see the red and yellow coming across. Red and yellow, green and yellow. I'm not colourblind, honestly. Coming across there, just in the Queen's bedroom. Right, now so that's where we started. And let's go in slightly. And this is just the one of the animation principles of easing in, easing out. Does have a few other names. I just speed up the motion. The middle motions essentially are a lot faster than the start and stop motions, and it just gives it some sort of acceleration as the castle goes back to its closed position. I'm just going to really slow this down. So this castle has a little hook which holds it closed. Now click it in. There we go. I'm just going to put some blue tack there down on the front. And now we can continue on with this topic of the castle. Yeah, you wouldn't have. So if I'd built this away, you wouldn't have seen what this was. I know it's going to be at the edge of the camera, so it's not perfect. I might, like I said, zoom in after. So when I've finished. So sometimes you'll notice on my videos, because I film everything at 4K, I do output in 4K, but occasionally, like I did on my Frozen video yesterday, I had a little bit where it was easier to do the digital zoom afterwards, just because to go in and see, I think it's there's like a rock column thing that was made, and it's just, so I might have the camera essentially zoom onto this section of the video. Obviously there's no castle there now, but do that in DaVinci when I get it out. And yeah, sometimes they get a bit blurry, but mostly it comes out pretty good. Right, I think we're back to doing roof tiles. Oh no, right. Support. So again, I am not following Lego's advice of how to build this. So support is going on first. Hey Playmobil Stories. I've got all the Playmobil people coming to chat today. You and Playmobil motion, stop motion fun. How are you doing? I completely just lost what I was doing. God. So just going to build this bit, which is going to be for the supports. And same on the other side. Oh, it's just a... Ah, the other side is different. Oh, can we do the other side without? Ah, so the other side needs this brick putting in. So this is going to be a chimney, I think. It's not necessarily 100% correct, but it looks like it's going to be the chimney. Then, well, that's not right, is it? Need the corner piece. There we go. And there we go. I think we've lost just Playmobil Stories. Another really good channel. So if you ever look at my videos, I get a few Playmobil people commenting, and I'm not gonna lie, they do some really good stuff. Playmobil was something I never played with as a kid. I don't think. I don't really remember having any, if I did. I've got a feeling we might have had some stuff at school randomly, but never really played with it. But I've been watching their various. I've seen some pirate stuff and some castle stuff by the two channels who have commented in this video so far. So Playmobil Stop Motion Fun, Playmobil Stories, and it's some really good stop motion they're doing. It's quite funny because it's quite different from Lego stop motion. So Lego's got a lot more articulation in the figures. Whereas obviously Playmobil only really has the arms, I think the head, and maybe the legs. But those guys have done some really, really good stop motion with it. So check them out, because their channels are really good, and I'm hooked on some of their stuff. When I get a bit downtime to watch, and I'm not making. Right, there we go. So all the supports for the roof are in. I see again. I was saying earlier, I'm not following the instructions. The instructions have you build it, put it on, build it, put it on, build it, put it on. We don't do it that way. We want to do it this way. It looks much better. Right, there are some bits at the end here. Oh no, that's not. Oh, we're going to build a chimney. I'm going to do that last. Now. Oh, have I done that right? Yes. Now's the challenge again. So we need to put the roof on in the correct order without messing it up. Ugh, this is hard. I wonder if I just go to the last page, would that be easy? No, no. So on this one, there's a lot less roof pieces. No, I'm going to cheat. I'm not cheating. I'm going back to the instructions. There we go. Because I can't quite work this out. Now what I am going to do is what I said about earlier. So normally I do what I call brick drops, where I put a brick down and then I take a picture once it's pushed down. Here I'm going to speed up the camera action a bit by putting a brick down. So take a photo of the brick half down, and then when I push it down, pick up the next one, put that down before I take the next photo. As well, it will just save me some frames, because this castle so far, I think at 18 frames per second, it's coming out at 5 minutes, and we've got 26 bags to go. Right, and then we'll just lay that one down properly, because we're going to start a new row. Yep. I'm hoping this might be quite a satisfying bit to watch, actually. Just see this sort of, the roof, I know not tiles, it's supposed to be straw, but see this roof tile goes down. Might make it into a short. Is that? That's cool. They're off. So normally, well, they offset the tiles, but this one isn't at all. Let's get the next one down. Oh, you know what I should have put on that little scroll bit at the bottom? Is subscribe. So if you're watching and you haven't subscribed already, and you want to see this castle completed in stop motion, which I believe will be the first stop motion of this castle on YouTube, of this castle being built, I should say. So a lot of the sets I do, other people, I'm not going to lie, other people have done them in stop motion. Some of them are good, some are bad, and I'm normally late to the game because I've got cat hair on there. I'm normally late to the game because I have kids and it takes a while. Right, I'm going to do this layer a bit slower. So I'm going to do the normal bit just to change the speed ever so slightly. I say that, but I'm going to do it, so I'm going to do one more like this. And then I'm going to go full whack. So the only thing I'm going to have to do, which happens a lot, is, well, not to rip the set apart. Come under here and push the support. So this is why you don't build it on the castle, because then it doesn't push down correctly on the supports. What's happened there? hopefully that's not created too big a movement in the castle. And when I did the first side, I could get my hand under there. No, not getting that. That's okay, that's the last brick. So what I'm going to do, rip this whole thing up again. Make sure that this bit's all pushed down correctly. I believe it is. Put that bit on. There we go. That's much better. We're just getting a lot of flex in there, so I've just had to adjust how I was doing that on the fly. And then to it. I'm going to mix things up. So one of the things I try to do with all my stop motion builds is keep them interesting, because otherwise you just go to sleep and you skip to the end, and I don't blame you. So I'm going to build back from the other side now. But again, I'm doing it in this slightly speedy vein of brick and a half, I guess you'd say, before I take a photo. Just so it's a bit faster paced. And there we go. We need another one. What colour are we doing now? I really like this colour. I don't know what it is. It's not olive. I don't think it's the olive green. I just don't know actually. So I've got some olive green downstairs, and I'm sure we were building some trees earlier, was it? I'm pretty sure it's not that dark. So I don't know what colour that. So these little pieces in the middle are. But it's just a rather cool colour. I'd quite like to use that in a few other things potentially. There we go. Right, next. How many layers to go? Should be 2. Yes. Let's do that again. So I'm going to do this all the way up now. Oh, we're going for another cool coloured tiley brick. I just love the way that in this sort of set, Lego really brings in the detail. Like when I build a set, I don't think about bringing in detail like this. I just can't. I don't know what it is, but I don't know. They've somehow captured the essence of straw here, but by just adding these off-coloured bricks, and I don't know if you've noticed as we've been going along, but nothing's in line. I mean, that bit is there, but then it's all zigzaggy. Nothing's actually uniform, which just gives it a really, really cool effect. And then the last layer. So 2 of these, and it's matching up to the top now. Look how cool this looks. This building. I think when I first saw this castle, I was a tad baffled by this little building on the top. Did I take a photo of that? Sorry, I've got to go back and just double check what I've done it all correct. I'm just going to check my focus as well. Yep. So 2, and then a olive. I'm going to call it olive, but I don't think it is. Olive coloured brick. Last one of the bag. So we're nearly done bag 11. There's one thing to go, which is the chimney. And then I'll do a quick rotation of the set. And on the basis that we're nearly up to an hour, I might leave the minifigures for next time. I'm not sure. If you're still watching and you want minifigures, let me know and I'll do one. What have I done? What was my last picture? Yeah, that's correct. I'm questioning myself because the bricks are popping up. Right. Oh god. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Add that into stop motion. The whole thing just annihilated itself. And this is how we add another hour to the video. So, one of the things I would say when I build in stop motion, it doesn't always go right. I do make mistakes. I can't always push the bricks down correctly. So sometimes I have to take these sets slightly apart again afterwards. But here we go, we're nearly there. Let's do that last one. And what I'm going to do afterwards is just open this and push everything back up correctly. Oh wow, barely any spares in this bag. One spare. So, if you know anything about Lego and Lego spares, the way they do it, well, I'm just going to take an extra photo there, a couple of photos. Then I rotate round. What I'm going to do actually is open it up again. So we go, just unclip it and slightly open it. So we've got the last piece, which is going to be sort of the pièce de résistance, or the piece de résistance, not the craggle, because we do not craggle Lego. Oh. I think someone mentioned Lego Movie earlier, actually. Right, what way is this on there? You cannot tell. So these bricks, I love them. They're one side has a line, one side has a pattern. But which do they want? So in the instruction manual, it's showing it as building the pattern and putting it on, but that doesn't look like the pattern on the inside to me. Looks like they've rotated the whole thing round. I'm just going to have a look. I'm pretty sure the pattern's supposed to face outwards. What bag is this? Oh, this is not that. So, apologies, at the start of this video, I said incorrectly that this was the last bag of this one, of this side, but it's not. It's not at all. Right, I'm going outside. I don't care. Huh? Hey, I've lost it. I've got 1,000 of those anyway, so if I lose it, it doesn't matter. It does. It's going to sound really strange, but I really love Lego chimneys. There was one on the Elf Clubhouse build, and something about it was just absolutely awesome. Having a chimney. There we go. And that is bag 13, bag 12, all done. So if you've watched this far, thank you very much. I'm going to move on. Hang on. One sec. Oh, have we lost the GoPro? No, got it back. Apologies there. So this is bag. Forgot. Bag 12 done. Did I just not that? Hope I didn't. So bag 13 I will do soon. And look, we get a minifigure in bag 13 and a lamb. So the start of the next one, if you want to join the next live stream, will be bag 13, which is going to build, I believe, a little bit of a tower by the looks of it. 2 towers. Oh, that's cool. So around the back end of this, we're going to build up a couple of towers. And a bell. Look at the bell. And here you go. This is a really cool bit. I've seen this online. This bell will do well to warn the townfolk if the Wolfpack marauders should return one day. And that is hopefully a hint that one day they will make some more Wolfpack. Yeah, that's a really cool little tower we're going to make. We get our first flag, so that'll be cool. So, like I said, tune in for the next live stream. I'm going to give you a rotation of this set. What I'm going to do is actually rotate it round. I'm probably going to build something else in the meantime, so it won't matter too much to the camera. I might not even use this potentially. So just finishing at this. Now I might not use this, but I'm just trying to do a rotation, which will take us into the next build, should I get time to do it tomorrow. And I probably will live stream that. We'll see. But right now, I'm going to edit a video that I was doing a couple of days ago. It's going to come. So I've been building some orcs for an army. They're actually in a stop motion the other day, and they're going to be in some more stop motions coming soon. Just look at that. That is so cool. I really like that Tudor building. Clip it back together here as well. Clip, clip, smash. Oh dear. That would not go to plan. So next time I'm going to build up here. What I might do is have a zoom in to there. I'm just putting my finger there so I know. I'm going to screenshot my phone. So I have a reference of what it wants to look like. Let's try and recall. Oh my god, look at the damage I've done here. Look at this damage. Castle walls have been breached. There we go. Put that back together. I'm not gonna lie, it's not the first time I've knocked down this castle. I've seen some stop motion but the other day and did it. Look at that. Looks absolutely wicked. That's so cool. So there's going to be a tower here and a tower here. That's really, really quite nice. So let me put it on the GoPro. No, I'm going to click the wrong button. There we go. Gives you a bit of a sense of the whole thing. I could have just put it on my spinner. I love this bit down there. You can't see it. Let's move some lights. Just look at that. That building is awesome. The minifigures in this are really cool as well. I'm going to be investigating them soon, but essentially now we have that. So if you enjoyed this video, smash that like button. Look at my mess, Jesus. We'll be live streaming again soon. I've got way too much light on me. Let me put it down. No, that's not going to work. So smash that like button. I will be live streaming the next part of this castle, and I'm endeavouring to do most of it in live stream. Occasionally I might, depends, because obviously it's a bit of a setup to do this. But we've got all of this side, so we've built this side, now we've got all this side to build once we've done this tower. So that will be absolutely awesome. I'm looking forward to it. I might try live stream again this week. I've got plenty coming on the channel. There's some minifigure builds, some army building, potentially some more set builds if I get around to them this weekend, and obviously live streams and some stop motion. So keep your eyes peeled, hit that like and subscribe button, hit that alarm bell. See you next time. Forgot to stop streaming.